Salty air circulates through the open veranda shutters of the seaside room, chasing away the final remaining traces of our historical winter gloom. I lounge barefoot upon the cedar deck, watching the white gulls fly free, sensing a sudden elevation of my spirit as I observe the turquoise sea. I threw my heavy leather traveling jacket onto the entryway floor, unlocking the copper latch of this peaceful beachfront screen door. The fragrant scent of blossom and jasmine fills the afternoon atmosphere, erasing the accumulated fatigue from navigating the corporate hemisphere. The changing season introduces a beautiful, refreshing shift, lifting our heavy hearts like a miraculous, unexpected gift. We feel the internal transition as the creative blockages begin to drift, inhaling the pure inspiration of this refreshing coastal breeze today, watching the competitive anxieties of the past gracefully dissolve away. A gentle acoustic melody soaring high underneath the clear blue sky. We are weightless as feathers, watching the worldly troubles pass us by. Too many years trapped inside a frozen, highly cynical state, believing that emotional insulation was the permanent companion of my fate. But your serene presence acts like a ray of pure golden sunlight, dispersing the stubborn fog they used to blind my internal sight. We pack a simple picnic basket with fresh fruit and chilled white wine, strolling leisurely down the sandy shoreline where the tides intertwine. Your casual laughter is a song sweeter than any commercial radio hit, a reassuring confirmation that our lives perfectly and organically fit. The changing season introduces a beautiful, refreshing shift, lifting our heavy hearts like a miraculous, unexpected gift. We feel the internal transition as the creative blockages begin to drift, inhaling the pure inspiration of this refreshing coastal breeze today, watching the competitive anxieties of the past gracefully dissolve away. A gentle acoustic melody soaring high underneath the clear blue sky. We are weightless as feathers, watching the worldly troubles pass us by. Canopy, living our lives with absolute independence, simplicity, and autonomy. No schedules to rush, no artificial pressures hanging over our head. Just enjoying this beautiful sanctuary of absolute freedom instead. Feel the wind blow, take it real slow, soak in the sun, soak in the sun. We've only just begun. fit in. Coarse splinters pierce the sensitive skin of my bare palm, dismantling the artificial illusion of my previous calm. I run my hand across the unplaned beams of this unfinished frame, a structural monument to a relationship we failed to tame. I spend my life hiding behind a smooth laminated plastic facade, polishing my public image to ensure that nobody called me a fraud. But this rugged, uncarved cedar board forces an honest review, exposing the knots and imperfections that I always hid from you. The natural grain resists the sharp edge of the carpenter's knife, reflecting the stubborn friction that defined our creative life. We must accept the uneven surface without any further internal strife, constructing our sanctuary out of this coarse, rough timber today. Refusing to let the lack of polish discourage our ultimate way. Every knot and crack within these walls tells a story of survival. A primitive fortress protecting our long-awaited spiritual arrival. I remember when our arrangements were overproduced and clean, a sterile product manufactured inside a high-tech studio machine. But standing here inside this rustic workshop, the illusions die, leaving me naked beneath the unforgiving rafters of the sky. The piano strings vibrate with a fierce, unvarnished acoustic depth, as the smell of fresh cedar sawdust inspires each heavy breath. We don't need a glamorous amphitheater or a shiny chrome display when these basic materials say everything we ever wanted to say. The natural grain resists the sharp edge of the carpenter's knife, reflecting the stubborn friction that defined our creative life. We must accept the uneven surface without any further internal strife, constructing our sanctuary out of this coarse, rough timber today. Refusing to let the lack of polish discourage our ultimate way. never satisfied with a flawless exterior that contains no heart. We choose the uncarved edges that allow an authentic connection to start. Feel the grain, survive the pain. Unpolished wood, as it should. Constructing our sanctuary out of this coarse, rough timber today. Refusing to let the lack of polish discourage our ultimate way. Every knot and crack within these walls tells a story of survival. Protecting our long-awaited spiritual arrival. Rough timber holding our shelter secure. A primitive architecture that will endure. Just let the fragments settle. Fallen oak tree rests decayingly across the damp forest trail. Its bark is peeling away, stripped by decades of fierce winter gale. I tap upon its weathered surface, finding an empty, echoing sound. A natural acoustic chamber hidden deep beneath the mossy ground. I spend my life hiding inside a protective, superficial armor chest, fearing that honesty would expose the vulnerabilities inside my breast. But looking at this empty timber cylinder, I recognize my own design. A hollow shell masquerading as a monument, majestic and fine. The wind reverberates through the cylinder, a rustic melody reminding us that no creator is ever completely alone. We must discard the internal vacancy to let the authentic music grow. Strumming our melodies beside this ancient hollow log today, allowing the organic resonance to wash our superficial pride away from the empty spaces of our past. A new substance can start to fill the silent chambers of our unraveled creative heart. I remember when my performances were calculated, precise and grand, designed to extract applause from crowds across the civilized land. But standing here inside this pristine wilderness, the illusions die, leaving me naked beneath the vast expanse of the northern sky. The piano notes resonate with a pure, unvarnished acoustic depth, as a fresh pine fragrance inspires each deep, deliberate breath. We don't need a polished amphitheater or a glamorous luxury scene, when this simple woodland sanctuary offers a truth so clean. The wind reverberates through the cylinder, a rustic melody reminding us that no creator is ever completely alone. frequency to let the authentic music grow. Strumming our melodies beside this ancient hollow log today, allowing the organic resonance to wash our superficial pride away from the empty spaces of our past. A new substance can start to fill the silent chambers of our unraveled creative heart. Perspectives whole. Hear the echo ring, let the spirit sing. Fill the empty space with absolute grace. Strumming our melodies beside this ancient hollow log today, allowing the organic resonance to wash our superficial pride away from the empty spaces of our past. A new substance can start to fill the silent chambers of our unraveled creative heart. Hollow log, carrying our secrets into the forest deep, a natural sanctuary where our promises will safely keep. Just let the echo fade. Thick brown clay clings heavily to the rubber tires of my old transport truck, immobilizing the vehicle inside a deep ditch where the spinning wheels got stuck. The rain has ceased, but it left behind a treacherous, unpaved rural lane, mirroring the messy complications currently cluttering my overtaxed brain. I spent my life traversing the smooth, pristine asphalt of the highway tour, believing that speed and convenience were the ultimate markers of a career mature. But this primordial sludge beneath my leather boots forces a slower stride, compelling my spirit to abandon the foolish momentum of my creative pride. The unpaved path demands absolute patience and a shifting of our gears, washing away the artificial urgency that fueled our historical fears. We must accept the slow progress as the thick fog gradually clears, navigating the messy terrain of this slippery, muddy track today, refusing to let the challenging conditions discourage our ultimate way. Every sliding skid along this path teaches a lesson of resilience, guiding our weary hearts toward a brand new creative brilliance. I remember when every musical arrangement felt overpowered polished and clean. A sterile product manufactured inside a sophisticated computer program machine. But standing here beside you in the middle of this swampy country route, I find a raw, unvarnished truth that eliminates every corporate doubt. The air smells of wet earth, rotting leaves, and wild pine vegetation, providing an authentic backdrop for our long-term spiritual destination. We don't need a golden chariot or a flawless luxury limousine ride when we can conquer the elemental challenges while walking side by side. The unpaved path demands absolute patience and a shifting of our gears, washing away the artificial urgency that fueled our historical fears. We must accept the slow progress as the thick fog gradually clears, navigating the messy terrain of this slippery, muddy track today, refusing to let the challenging conditions discourage our ultimate way. Every slide and skid along this path teaches a lesson of resilience, guiding our weary hearts toward a brand new creative brilliance. Understand the plan, living our lives with absolute independence, far away from the city clan. Push through the clay, find a new way, step by step, the promise we kept. Navigating the messy terrain of this slippery, muddy track today, refusing to let the challenging conditions discourage our ultimate way. Every sliding skid along this path teaches a lesson of resilience, guiding our weary hearts toward a brand new creative brilliance. Muddy track leading us to somewhere real and true. Just me and you, keep rolling on. Heavy metal links constrict my swollen, sensitive ankle bone, securing my physical body to this cold dungeon foundation stone. I've been captive to the rigid expectations of a judgmental peer group, forced to perform the identical daily routine inside an exhausting loop. I carry the psychological weight of an invisible prison sentence for years, masking my profound artistic vulnerability behind a barrier of manufactured fears. The key was tossed into the deep reservoir of corporate entertainment greed, leaving my spirit stranded, stripped of the basic nourishment I need. The friction creates a raw sore upon our collective emotional skin, a painful reminder of the treacherous legal trap we allowed ourselves to step in. We must gather the internal strength to let the true liberation begin. Breaking the constriction of this stubborn iron shackle today, refusing to let the historical captivity dictate our ultimate way. Though the metal is thick and the rivets are reinforced with steel, our unyielding devotion possesses a power that no prison can conceal. I spent decades strumming my instrument for executives in the high tower, exchanging my creative autonomy for a temporary taste of political power. But your uncompromising voice shatters the heavy illusion of the luxury cage, awakening a sleeping warrior who refuses to remain a puppet on their stage. The piano strings vibrate with a fierce, redemptive harmonic resonance as we execute a sonic rebellion against this long-term state of penance. We don't need the endorsement of the wardens who manage the commercial scene, when our private coordination can dismantle this entire corrupt machine. The friction creates a raw sore upon our collective emotional skin, a painful reminder of the treacherous legal trap we allowed ourselves to step in. We must gather the internal strength to let the true liberation begin. Breaking the constriction of this stubborn iron shackle today, refusing to let the historical captivity dictate our ultimate way. Though the metal is thick and the rivets are reinforced with steel, our unyielding devotion possesses a power that no prison can conceal. Charm. No cells can contain the magnitude of the frequency that we generate. Tonight we are the absolute master architects of our own romantic fate. Hear it crack, take freedom back, unwound, unbound on sacred ground. Breaking the constriction of this stubborn iron shackle today, hey. Refusing to let the historical captivity dictate our ultimate way. Though the metal is thick and the rivets are reinforced with steel, our unyielding devotion possesses a power that no prison can conceal. Iron shackles snapping into a million separate pieces now, fulfilling our long-awaited spiritual liberation vow. Yeah, we are finally free. elegant green branches droop mournfully over the riverbank edge, casting a protective shadow across the slippery limestone ledge. I watch the leaves dip into the rushing current flowing beneath, a natural display of sorrow that requires no superficial wreath. I spent years concealing my grief behind a wall of masculine pride, pretending that the turbulent storms could never damage my inside. But standing here beneath this weeping canopy, the defenses shattered down, exposing the vulnerable artist hidden beneath the armor of the town. The timber bows under the pressure of the accumulating morning moisture, an honest expression of pain that defies any corporate posture. We must allow the tears to fall to cleanse our creative infrastructure. Seeking a quiet refuge beneath this solemn crown willow today, allowing the ancient tree to mirror the grief we failed to say. From the weeping branches of this sanctuary, a healing can begin to stitch together the fractured chambers that we locked within. I remember when our collaborations were competitive, tense and loud, focused entirely on projecting our egos to the back rows of the crowd. But this serene natural monument teaches a completely different theme, showing us that vulnerability is the foundation of a shared dream. Your guitar notes weep in perfect harmony with the whispering wind, acknowledging the numerous instances where our stubborn hearts sinned. We don't need a grand orchestra to validate the sorrow we experience now, when this natural sanctuary witness our silent redemptive vow. The timber bows under the pressure of the accumulating morning moisture, an honest expression of pain that defies any corporate posture. We must allow the tears to fall to cleanse our creative infrastructure. Seeking a quiet refuge beneath this solemn crying willow today, allowing the ancient tree to mirror the grief we failed to say. From the weeping branches of this sanctuary, a healing can begin to stitch together the fractured chambers that we locked within. Achievements can match the relief of letting the teardrops flow, nourishing the fertile soil where a new devotion can organically grow. Let it rain, release the pain, the leaves bend low, let the sorrow go. Seeking a quiet refuge beneath this solemn crying willow today, allowing the ancient tree to mirror the grief we failed to say. From the weeping branches of this sanctuary, a healing can begin to stitch together the fractured chambers that we locked within. Crying willow, whispering your name in the breeze, bringing our turbulent spirits to their knees, finally finding peace. sudden metallic projectile pierces the midnight silence of the street, shattering the plate glass window just inches from my feet. An unguided force traveling blindly through the metropolitan air, a terrifying metaphor for the random collateral damage of our despair.
I fired off a series of reckless, sharp accusations from my prideful tongue, regretting the ricochet effect before the echoes had even begun.
We project our internal frustrations onto the innocent bystanders around, leaving a trail of civilian casualties scattered upon this urban ground. The trajectory is unpredictable once the trigger has been pulled, shattering the fragile truce where our anxieties were temporarily lulled. We are dodging the flying shrapnel of an argument completely uncontrolled, surviving the impact of this dangerous stray bullet tonight, trying to find a safe bunker beneath the flashing warning light. A frantic jazz fusion arrangement tracking our desperate escape before the chaotic violence permanently alters our romantic shape.
I watch the smoke rising slowly from the barrel of our fractured past,
wondering how any authentic connection could expect it to last. The sirens are wailing from that basement precinct down the avenue, while my fingers execute a tense progression to communicate with you. Your touch leaves a permanent scar along my defensive spine, an intoxicating sensation turning more volatile than vintage wine. We don't need explosive confrontations or lethal ballistic games when we are already burning outside of the conventional flames. The trajectory is unpredictable once the trigger has been pulled, shattering the fragile truce where our anxieties were temporarily lulled. We are dodging the flying shrapnel of an argument completely uncontrolled, surviving the impact of this dangerous stray bullet tonight, trying to find a safe bunker beneath the flashing warning light. A frantic jazz fusion arrangement tracking our desperate escape before the chaotic violence permanently alters our romantic shape. Constant fire. Tonight we declare a ceasefire to rescue our remaining creative desire. Hear the hiss, a near miss. Ceasefire now, fulfill the vow, surviving the impact of this dangerous stray bullet tonight, trying to find a safe bunker beneath the flashing warning light. A frantic jazz fusion arrangement tracking our desperate escape before the chaotic violence permanently alters our romantic shape. Stray bullet fading away into the concrete maze, ending the terrifying violence of our prideful days. Let the smoke clear. Elegant green branches droop mournfully over the riverbank edge, casting a protective shadow across the slippery limestone ledge. I watch the leaves dip into the rushing current flowing beneath, a natural display of sorrow that requires no superficial wreath.
I've spent years concealing my grief behind a wall of masculine pride, pretending that the turbulent storms could never damage my inside. But standing here beneath this weeping canopy, the defenses shattered down, exposing the vulnerable artist hidden beneath the armor of the town. The timber bows under the pressure of the accumulating morning moisture, an honest expression of pain that defies any corporate posture. We must allow the tears to fall to cleanse our creative infrastructure, seeking a quiet refuge beneath this solemn crying willow today, allowing the ancient tree to mirror the grief we failed to say. From the weeping branches of the sanctuary, a healing can begin to stitch together the fractured chambers that we locked within. I remember when our collaborations were competitive, tense and loud, focused entirely on projecting our egos to the back rows of the crowd. But this serene natural monument teaches a completely different theme, showing us that vulnerability is the foundation of a shared dream. Your guitar notes weep in perfect harmony with a whispering wind, acknowledging the numerous instances where our stubborn hearts sinned. We don't need a grand orchestra to validate the sorrow we experience now, when this natural sanctuary witness our silent redemptive vow. The timber bows under the pressure of the accumulated morning moisture, an honest expression of pain that defies any corporate posture. We must allow the tears to fall to cleanse our creative infrastructure, seeking a quiet refuge beneath this solemn crying willow today, allowing the ancient tree to mirror the grief we failed to say. From the weeping branches of this sanctuary, a healing can begin to stitch together the fractured chambers that we locked within. Let the external world criticize our sudden emotional surrender. We've discovered a rare space that is exceptionally soft and tender. No material achievements can match the relief of letting the teardrops flow, nourishing the fertile soil where a new devotion can organically grow. Let it rain, release the pain. The leaves bend low, let the sorrow go. Seeking a quiet refuge beneath this solemn
locked within. Crying willow, whispering your name in the breeze, bringing all turbulent spirits to their knees, finally finding peace.
The heavy cast iron fluke has snapped completely beneath the ocean floor, leaving our fragile vessel drifting targetless away from the safety shore. I watch the nautical instruments spinning wildly inside the cockpit frame, realizing we no longer possess the mechanism to hold this shifting game. I spent my life relying on a rigid set of traditional safety lines, believing that absolute security was guaranteed by my strategic designs. But this sudden metal fatigue in the deepest channel of the bay forces my stubborn spirit to accept the currents heading our way. The mooring fails as the undertow increases its relentless force, tearing our historical attachments away from their original source. We must navigate the open water without a predetermined course, floating adrift due to the failure of this broken anchor today, refusing to let the maritime panic discourage our ultimate way. Though the depths are terrifying and the wind begins to fiercely roar, this unintended drift might guide us toward a more authentic shore. Secured and precise, a calculated commercial product that carried an expensive retail price. But standing here upon this pitching deck in the middle of the gale, I find a raw clarity that makes the old security look incredibly pale. The piano strings vibrate with a deep echoing oceanic resonance as we abandon the heavy weights that kept our spirits in penance. We don't need a permanent mooring or a guaranteed harbor slot when this unpredictable voyage teaches a lesson we never forgot. The mooring fails as the undertow increases its relentless force, tearing our historical attachments away from their original source. We must navigate the open water without a predetermined course, floating adrift due to the failure of this broken anchor today, refusing to let the maritime panic discourage our ultimate way. Though the depths are terrifying and the wind begins to fiercely roar, this unintended drift might guide us toward a more authentic shore.
true freedom can be found. The chain is loose, no more excuse, drifting free out to sea. Floating adrift due to the failure of this broken anchor today, refusing to let the maritime panic discourage our ultimate way. Though the depths are terrifying and the wind begins to fiercely roar, this unintended drift might guide us toward a more authentic shore. Broken anchor, leaving the old harbor far behind, a liberating direction that our weary spirits can find. Just let it drift. Just let it drift. Dark liquid boils slowly inside the cracked glass laboratory flask, masking the underlying exhaustion beneath a professional smiling mask. I pour a steaming portion into a stained porcelain chalice cup, anticipating a chemical boost before the morning anxieties wake up. You handed me a beverage infused with your guarded, sharp critique, a volatile substance that leaves my defensive systems incredibly weak. We coat our personal resentments in a thin layer of artificial glaze, trapped inside a repetitive, fundamentally exhausting emotional daze. The flavor on our tongues quickly turns into a burning acidic trace, exposing the deep-seated grievances that time could never fully erase. We keep drinking the poison, expecting a different kind of grace, swallowing the heavy truth of this dark, bitter brew tonight, while the fading street lights outside offer a dim flicker inside a sorrowful jazz arrangement. There is no escaping the consequences of our destructive creative force. I watch you pace across the floorboards in your elegant velvet wrap, the most fascinating, dangerous individual caught inside this trap. Your compliments are double-edged, cutting through my prideful facade, shattering the illusion that our relationship was completely unordered. The electric guitar intervals you execute are full of underlying strain, a beautiful cover designed to conceal the presence of internal pain. We are two stubborn composers locked in a silent psychological war, forgetting the basic affection that brought us together before. The flavor on our tongues quickly turns into a burning acidic trace, exposing the deep-seated grievances that time could never fully erase. We keep drinking the poison, expecting a different kind of grace, swallow
admit that neither one of us possesses the capacity to sustain the pain? Or do we crave the acrid taste because it proves we can still feel? A desperate justification to convince ourselves that our connection is real. Taste the burn, a difficult lesson to learn. No sweetness left of illusions bereft, following the heavy truth of this dark bitter brew tonight, while the fading street lights outside offer a dim flickering sight. A sorrowful jazz arrangement, the soundtrack for our discourse. There is no escaping the consequences of our destructive creative force. Bitter brew lingering heavily upon our lips, with every single temporary sip. Time to let it cool. Soft hues of lavender and apricot paint the eastern mountain peak, replacing the heavy darkness with the gentle comfort that we seek. I sit on the dew-covered grass porch, watching the shadows dissolve away, feeling a quiet rejuvenation as the night relinquishes its sway. The blinding glare of yesterday's failures has completely deceased, giving way to a serene temperature that has our internal spirits increased. I tune the strings of my vintage auditorium instrument with careful grace, capturing the exact color palette reflected upon your welcoming face. The celestial transition performs its magnificent opening show, spilling a river of soft rose water across the landscape below. We experience an immediate spiritual elevation as the early breezes blow, walking forward together inside the beauty of this pastel dawn today, allowing the competitive anxieties of the city to gracefully fade away. A gentle acoustic melody soaring high into the clear, refreshing air. We are completely protected from the reach of any external despair. I've spent decades performing under harsh artificial stage spotlights, navigating the cold, exhausting conditions of temporary festival nights. But no theatrical production matches this organic, atmospheric display, turning our simple human connection into an immortal creative highway. fresh fragrance of wild orchid vegetation, providing a reassuring confirmation for our long-term destination. Your hand rests securely upon my shoulder, steady and completely strong, reminding my wandering spirit that this is exactly where I belong. The celestial transition performs its magnificent opening show, spilling a river of soft rose water across the landscape below. We experience an immediate spiritual elevation as the early breezes blow. Walking forward together inside the beauty of this pastel dawn today, allowing the competitive anxieties of the city to gracefully fade away. A gentle acoustic melody soaring high into the clear, refreshing air. We are completely protected from the reach of any external despair. Everlasting source of inspiration that no modern stress can drain. A brilliant, indestructible shield that shields us from the pain. See the mist clear, dismantle the fear. The light is so pure, our future is sure. Walking forward together inside the beauty of this pastel dawn today, allowing the competitive anxieties of the city to gracefully fade away. A gentle acoustic melody soaring high into the clear, refreshing air. We are completely protected from the reach of any external despair. Pastel dawn, painting our lives with brilliant grace, leaving a beautiful permanent smile upon your face. As the morning arrives, salty air circulates through the open veranda shutters of the seaside room, chasing away the final remaining traces of our historical winter gloom. I lounge barefoot upon the cedar deck, watching the white gulls fly free, sensing a sudden elevation of my spirit as I observe the turquoise sea.
I threw my heavy leather traveling jacket onto the entryway floor, unlocking the copper latch of this peaceful beachfront screen door. The fragrant scent of blossoming jasmine fills the afternoon atmosphere, erasing the accumulated fatigue from navigating the corporate hemisphere.
introduces a beautiful, refreshing shift, lifting our heavy hearts like a miraculous, unexpected gift. We feel the internal transition as the creative blockages begin to drift, inhaling the pure inspiration of this refreshing coastal breeze today. Watching the competitive anxieties of the past gracefully dissolve away. A gentle acoustic melody soaring high underneath the clear blue sky. We are weightless as feathers, watching the worldly troubles pass us by.
I spent too many years trapped inside a frozen, highly cynical state, believing that emotional insulation was the permanent companion of my fate.
But your serene presence acts like a ray of pure golden sunlight, dispersing the stubborn fog that used to blind my internal sight.
We pack a simple picnic basket
with fresh fruit and chilled white wine,
strolling leisurely down the sandy shoreline
where the tides intertwine.
Your casual laughter is a song
sweeter than any commercial radio hit,
a reassuring confirmation that our lives perfectly and organically fit.
The changing season introduces a beautiful, refreshing shift,
lifting our heavy hearts
like a miraculous, unexpected gift. We feel the internal transition as the creative blockages begin to drift, inhaling the pure inspiration of this refreshing coastal breeze today. Watching the competitive anxieties of the past gracefully dissolve away. A gentle acoustic melody soaring high underneath the clear blue sky. We are weightless as feathers, watching the worldly troubles pass us by.
Let the temperature climb. We found shade beneath the canvas canopy,
Living our lives with absolute independence, simplicity and autonomy.
no schedules to rush, no artificial pressures
Hanging over our head, just enjoying this beautiful sanctuary of absolute freedom. Instead, feel the wind blow, take it real slow, soak in the sun.
We've only just begun, inhaling the pure inspiration
Of this refreshing coastal breeze today, watching the competitive anxieties of the past gracefully dissolve away. A gentle acoustic melody soaring high underneath the clear blue sky. We are weightless as feathers, watching the worldly troubles pass us by. Coastal breeze whispering through the beach grass, so clean. The most comforting paradise we've ever seen. Just breathe it